This laser weapon can strike targets such as drones, rockets, and mortars, and can do so for a fraction of the price of other missile-powered defense systems. The Iron Beam is an experimental project built by Israel. It could be used in conjunction with the Iron Dome, which launches rockets and is considered one of the most advanced air defense systems in the world.
מערכת הלייזר של רפאל הוא שובר שוויון אסטרטגי למדינת ישראל וגם בעולם.
Israel says the Iron Beam could enhance its protection against threats from Iran's allies in Lebanon and Gaza. But some defense experts say the technology has several weaknesses, including its short range. To perfect the system, Israel is in talks with the US about cooperating on the technology. Here's how the laser beam system works and why some military analysts say American expertise could enhance it. The Iron Beam is composed of a laser gun located on this swiveling unit, a surveillance system that tracks incoming threats, and a command center where operators give directions. Israeli officials say the laser gun fires a beam that uses 100 kilowatts of power. That's around 100 times the typical electrical power that a household in the US uses. Here's what it looks like in action. This footage from the Israeli Defense Ministry shows the laser striking down a rocket. Israel's goal is to integrate this weapon into its arsenal and also save some money. That's according to military analysts who say the laser would allow the country's army to reduce its reliance on the more expensive Iron Dome. One interceptor missile fired from the Iron Dome can cost $50,000 or more. In contrast, Israel's departing Prime Minister Naftali Bennett said the Iron Beam could do the same thing for as little as $2.
I'd say there are two advantages. One, the cost per kill, the recurrent is low. And the second is that there is no ammunition. You save all this train of production and logistics.
That's Uzi Rubin, a defense engineer and military analyst. Years ago, he developed earlier defense systems for Israel. He says the Iron Beam, despite all its advantages, has a lot of issues to overcome.
This is not a silver bullet, as it sounds, with a disadvantage. One is a short range, the other is the sensitivity to weather, and the third is the low kill rate.
Let's start with the weather. The issue is that the system's sensors can be hampered in rainy and cloudy conditions. That means the Iron Beam may not be operational in Israel in colder months such as November and December, according to Rubin. If the weather prevents it from working, Israel's defense ministry says the Iron Dome could kick in. Another vulnerability is said to be the range. The beam loses power as it travels through the air, making its impact on the target less powerful. It's known as the bloom effect.
When it hits the air, it starts blooming, the beam widens up. And after a while, it's so diluted that it doesn't have an effect.
And then there's the speed at which it can take down objects. The period of dwell time before the laser damages its target makes it slower than the Iron Dome.
When you push the button, your beam touches the rocket at the speed of light. But then it has to keep pumping energy into the rocket until it melts or explodes or something.
That process could take a few seconds and hamper its ability to combat multiple incoming rockets, Rubin says. On its own, the system could struggle to counter strikes similar to those seen in this video footage, where rockets are fired from position in Gaza City towards Israel in May of 2021. Still, Israeli officials said the Iron Beam could be deployed early next year. Israel's project comes amid a global wave of interest in laser-powered weapons. Countries such as the US, Russia, and China all claim to be working on the technology, which some defense experts say could be a key component in future warfare. The Pentagon is working with major defense contractors and testing advanced systems based on similar technology to Israel. And some US tools are estimated to be capable of firing a 300 kilowatt laser, which is more powerful than the Iron Beams. The more kilowatts of power the system has, the farther the laser can strike targets, although laser makers in the US and Israel told WSJ that the range of laser weapons can vary widely, also depending on the type of target. The Iron Beam is designed to detect small targets up to 12.4 miles away, according to Israel. Analyst Uzi Rubin estimated that American lasers could strike twice as far as Israel's. That's still much lower than the Iron Dome, which can hit rockets at a distance of up to 43 miles.
The range is limited. It's more limited than the range of interceptor weapon, even a short-range interceptor weapon.
Because of all those limitations, security analysts say Israel is seeking support from the U.S. to enhance the weapon. President Biden was showcased the Iron Beam during a state visit to Israel and signaled U.S. support for the tool.
We have reaffirmed the unshakable commitment of the United States to Israel's security, including partnering with Israel on the most cutting-edge defense systems in the world, including the U.S. support for the Iron Dome and Israel's new laser-enabled system called the Iron Beam.
Congress is moving ahead with plans to send Israel another $1 billion for the Iron Dome, which the U.S. Army has also been testing in some military bases. Now, any new cooperation on the Iron Beam could accelerate the process of making laser weapons a reality on the battlefield.